Hello, you guys. Okay, I listened to my stream yesterday and it was a tad too soft. So I raised it just a hair. I hope it's okay. Let me know what you guys think. Just a hair. How are you guys? Hey, Nicholas, Pauline, Solar Tech, Michael, Suzanne. Hello. Solar Tech, I feel like I haven't seen you in a little while. I feel like I recognize your username. Hope you've been doing well. Suzanne, I don't recall seeing your name around. So welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing really well. This is where I practice. This is where I'm just me. So I think to start off today, there we go. How has my day been? Thank you. Not quite as productive as I would have wanted it to be. I think what's happening to me right now might be a little bit of what's the word? Kind of in a reflective mood. I find myself slipping into these days every now and then, where I think it just hits me how rough the last couple of years have been. And so I think I just needed a little bit of time to sort of process before I can do work. But I am really glad that I have this stream already set up and ready to go, waiting for me, because I think if I didn't, I'd go off the rails a little bit rather quickly. So yeah, I'm kind of in a reflective mood, and it's causing me to be not quite as productive as I want to be, but at the same time, I feel like I have to be a little bit forgiving of myself. So I kind of have good days, bad days. It is really quite the adjustment to sort of get back into more or less normal life. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And yes, I am excited for Chinese New Year. Haven't been here in a long time, Suzanne. Got it. Hope you've been well. Vlad, hello. Welcome, welcome. Pauline, you've been waiting for this stream and longing for your working hours to end. Oh, well, I'm glad I can keep you company and that all of us can keep you company. Oh, Solar Techie, you normally use Twitch. That's where I recognize your username from, right? Yeah, I haven't used Twitch in a really long time. Mostly because most of my audience is here on YouTube, and I want to bring this stream to be something that's kind of a constant here, until the flute space gets used to it. Flute space, music space, because I know not all of you guys play the flute, which is, I count that as a huge honor. But yeah, I realized that I need to just keep being present here at sort of predictable times so that I can offer a space here that is consistent, that's constant, that's safe, that's, people can peek in if they want because they know I'll always be here, that type of thing. So yeah, let's see. But yeah, I'm in a sort of reflective mood, so I don't really know what that's going to do to my playing today. It might be good. I can't really tell how tense I am. Like, has thinking about bad times made me tense? I don't know. We will see. Let's see if the concepts that we learned yesterday have settled in a little bit. We were focusing a lot on supporting way more. I did have a revelation about support. So I was chatting with my students after we had talked a little bit more about you know, how much you actually have to support 2 weeks ago. And it's interesting because I think as I was talking to my students about it, I realized that anytime someone told me to support for some reason, and I think I'm still figuring out why I default to this assumption, because it is an assumption. I assume that people think I'm not supporting at all. And what I realize is that that is not the case. I am supporting, but not enough. And I started to kind of think about why I feel like I'm supporting a lot, and yet it's not enough. And, you know, tracking back to when we figured out, I think it was now a couple of years ago now, when we figured out that I have a anterior pelvic tilt. And then we fixed that, and I'm still conscious of it now. Essentially, I have gone through a lot of my life without access to those like lower core muscles, you know, around the pelvic area. Like I just have gone through a lot of my life not using those muscles. So if anything, those muscles are kind of underdeveloped. So I don't think it should come as a surprise that I feel like I'm doing a lot of support, but it is technically not enough yet. So I think a better way of thinking of my journey with support right now is that now that I have gotten used to my like correcting my pelvic tilt and actually using those muscles, I even try to get myself to use those muscles to walk, to sit. Even right now, I'm thinking of like tucking my butt in and like using my core to support my torso. You know, like it is literally acting as the support for my body to hold itself up. And so now that I am more used to it, I think now I'm at the point where I have to be like, okay. So now we are going to up how much I'm supporting. Essentially, I went from 0 for most of my life to like, I would say 40 or 50% of the amount of support that I actually need. But that already felt like a crazy amount because I went from 0. So now we're going from about 40 to 50% all the way up to the 100% that I need. So I feel like that makes sense in terms of like why I'm now returning to the concept of support, because there was a part of my brain that thought that we had fixed it, but evidently not, right? So I'm kind of like going back and reflecting on like where in my journey am I actually at versus where I thought I was. And I think making that clarification makes it easier for my brain to accept trying more support, because I could feel myself kind of wanting to resist trying it. So I guess you could say I've been sort of reframing my thought process with support to make my brain more receptive to learning. And yeah, so I did have that revelation last week while chatting with my students. So I thought I'd share it with you guys, especially because it's so, you know, it is exactly what's happening in front of you guys right now. So yeah, never enough, never enough. Yeah. So Vlad, your support doubled this week. There you go. Yeah. Interesting. Now that you're using earplugs, you're suddenly aware of everything inside. There you go. Yes, I do find that that is the case. I think I should use earplugs again. But if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I don't really feel like it right now. I am kind of enjoying hearing the full depth of my tone and what I'm capable of. So I think maybe in the future, I might pop the earplugs in again here and there to kind of replicate a dead room. But yeah, that really helps. I think that really helped the first time around because I was so unused to using support, like proper support. Um, and yeah, so I think I will do it again sometime. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you find that you can hear your tone better with earplugs in. Yeah, I found that is the case. But right now I think I'm wallowing in how nice it sounds with its full tone. So I'll give myself at least a few more days, maybe a couple of weeks of enjoying this tone before I, pop in the earplugs. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is definitely a different sound. It is. I think you hear more of like the naked sound of how you sound. It's like if you were to deaden a room entirely and you only hear the naked sound without any natural reverb. I feel, at least in my experience, that that's what you hear when you use, at least like musicians' earplugs. So the loop earplugs are really good. So anyway, I think that is a pretty good recap, and also just like a context for you guys to know what I'm thinking about as I am coming into this practice session. So a bit of life stuff, and a bit of just flute nerdy stuff. So kind of definitely in a very reflective mood today. So how has the beefier tone, less air, more support reflected on my visualizer? It seems to be pretty full and fairly loud. In fact, like, oh, I did notice, I have not had to do this before, but I actually had to lower the decibel. I didn't make that connection. I had to lower the gain, I guess you could call it, or really it's just the volume, by 5 decibels, because, and I'm noticing that I am maxing it out even at -5 decibels. So I may have to lower it even more. Great. I didn't make that connection, but you're absolutely right. Ever since I've been like supporting more, I actually have to lower the volume of the microphone. Yeah, less is more. Yeah. Wow. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on my my flute microphones and see how they're doing. I'm not sure if -5 is even enough. I might even have to lower it again. Yeah, I am working less. Absolutely. It kind of feels like being on a tightrope right now, which I'm not used to. So I do know that that feeling of being on a tightrope is something that I have gotten used to in other aspects. So, for example, like keeping in time, like for easier music, that is. For easier music, when you keep time, really, you you sort of get used to almost feeling like you're almost going to be late before you come right on the beat. And I used to always jump the gun, but then I got used to the feeling of like, waiting for the entire duration of a beat before I do the next beat. So I'm guessing that I'm going to essentially have to get used to that kind of tightrope feeling here until that becomes my normal. So, I think that'll just come with time. Yeah, it's not just you. No way. In fact, I think actually, I'm going to guess that actually most people overblow. That's what I'm going to guess. Especially I think especially if you feel like you need to work harder. So in a way, I guess people like me, where like maybe you're short, maybe you are maybe you are, well, you're not short, but you know, I think for me, if anything, it's more that it's the self-esteem thing again, but I think it's holdover from when I was in school, and I did not feel like, I definitely did not feel like I was anywhere near the level that I think I should have been playing at. And so I would feel like I need to work harder. And I think weirdly enough, actually, one of the things that happens when you like keep thinking you need to work harder is you end up overblowing. Like you just end up pushing way too much air in. Yeah, yeah. So Prof said it is a tightrope whilst bouncing one foot with plates on your head. That's exactly how it feels. That is exactly how it feels. Yeah. So when you're adding more support, but you end up tensing your shoulders and arms, you might need to look into your general posture. So like someone who would be really good at looking at your form would be like a physical trainer, a yoga trainer, someone who looks at your actual physical posture. Like a person like that would probably be more educated on like why your shoulders and your arms are tensing up. I don't think that that is within my scope to really help unless I see you in person or at least on an online lesson. Then I think that I would probably have a little bit something more educated to say. But yeah. Yeah. Exactly. We associate not working hard enough with not enough air. Exactly. Um, yeah. Pelvic breathing is exactly, that's how I heard it from you guys, actually. That has really, really helped me. Apparently that is a vocal technique. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna start practicing, get some stuff done. There we go. Move that out of the way. Elevator music. Okay. Let me get my pedals in order here. All right. Turn this baby on. Make sure that the focus is here. And then let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 11. Okay, great. Wonderful. Let's do this. I forgot to start timer again. There we go. All right. I was smashing my fingers instead of supporting more up on top. I did notice that. So we're going to try that again. $10.66, welcome back. How are you doing? How are you doing? Okay. Yeah. I'm still not quite supporting as much as I want. Like, I can actually feel it now. And I can feel myself, I think more importantly, I can feel myself releasing the support whenever I'm not playing. But I think I need to not do that. I think I need to keep the support going even when I'm not blowing. So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind. I'm going to do the harmonics again just to solidify that thought. Okay. Hey, Mizi, how are you? Right? Flute in the Hills is Mizi, right? Did I remember correctly? How are you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Vlad is correct. And yeah, congratulations, Mizi, for you're running a flute ensemble at your school this year for the senior students. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Once you get all the stuff figured out, let us know what you guys are playing. I think that's awesome. Congrats. Oh my gosh. Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay, so yes, I certainly felt a huge difference from keeping the support going constantly and just not letting go of it. So like even when I am inhaling, I am like pushing the muscles out to suck in air, but like I think I was imagining a weight on it, which is that's one of the kind of exercises you can do. You can lay on the floor and put a weight on your pelvic area, and then when you breathe in, lift the weight, and when you breathe out, you can bring the weight down. Yeah, and that can help you locate the muscles that you need in order to support properly. Yeah, so I think what's really what is happening is I'm constantly letting go of my support. So I think that's part of the reason why my support could only be at about 50%. Before was because I kept letting it go. I think part of the reason why, like, if you are supporting really well, the reason why it keeps going is because you don't exactly let it go. I think that's the case. So, and yeah, if you're not supporting enough, I'm thinking chances are you're letting go of the support without realizing it. That's certainly what I'm realizing right now. So we're going to experiment with this idea throughout the rest of this practice session. I actually wonder how this is going to affect circular breathing, because I wonder if circular breathing also relies on the fact that you're never letting go of your support. So I'm even not letting go of it now as I talk. And I'm noticing that it's actually causing my voice to sound fuller as a result. I'm not sure if you guys are hearing that, but yeah, I'm just, I think what I'm going to do is try and always have those muscles engaged. Lemonade, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. If the support drops, then you're pinching and supporting from the embouchure. I think in my case, the reason why you pinch from the embouchure is because I'm overblowing when I drop my support. Because if you're overblowing, then your body will instinctually, like based on what you hear in terms of what, like the flute, the sound that's coming out of your flute, at least my body instinctually pinches down my embouchure to restrict the amount of air coming out because I am overblowing so much. And the more you overblow, the more you pinch. I think at least that's what's happening to me. See you later, Michael. Enjoy lunch. Yeah, and your airstream air angle also goes up. Yeah, because you're pinching so hard. I think it's really, when you're pinching really hard, I think the angle of the airstream is restricted up high. Like it's really hard to aim into the flute. You can only really aim into the flute if you're relaxed enough. Like that's just like, you know, the muscles themselves. Yeah. Ramen JD, hello, welcome back. How are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. So your support also tends to drop off when you change notes because you're afraid of overblowing. That's exactly what's happening to me. That's exactly what I'm noticing. So I think this exercise will be really good because we are changing notes all the dang time. So I think, so our bass note, this is an interval leap exercise that we're doing from De La Sonorte. The bass note is middle register C, and we are jumping to every other note. The first articulation that we are doing is just tonguing every note separately. So let's see what happens if I don't drop my support. Okay, so do not drop support between notes, even if I think it will crack it. Okay, so immediately what I'm noticing is I don't have to blow as hard. And I had to restart the C. Okay. dropping it. Okay, we're going down again. Okay, a thought just occurred to me. You know how we were talking about how the lower you go, the lower air pressure you have? And therefore, technically speaking, at least I noticed, the lower your air pressure is, the more unstable the airstream is, which means that it requires more support to keep it steady. So is that not the case when you're changing notes, especially if you are tonguing between them like I am? Technically speaking, what's happening is that the air is getting lower and lower air pressure as you release the note. So it does actually make sense that in order to keep that airstream steady, you have to increase your support as you let go of a note, which is kind of the same concept as changing to another note. You're essentially, that change to another note is an unstable airstream thing, which requires you to put more support through it. So I increased my support every time I switch notes here. And I think that sounded better. Yeah, yes. I am also noticing my upper lip is gripping every time I go to the low notes because that's holdover from before. Yeah, so I'm like struggling right now to not do that. We're getting there. Yeah, I know I'm overthinking a bit, but there's a part of me that kind of wants to work out the technicalities of what's happening. Because if I don't work out what the technicalities are, I feel like I can't problem solve. So we'll throw it out of our brains in a bit, but I kind of want to figure out like what's happening. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. You traded your C flute in for a bass flute, Alden? That's great. I hope you're enjoying it. That's awesome. That's really fast. What bass flute did you end up getting? Good brand. That one was good. That one was good. Okay. So anytime I felt the temptation to like lock my lips in a very specific position, I upped my support instead and let my lips just be neutral. Just neutral. Okay. I have proven to myself that it works. Yeah, that, okay, so you saw it. Okay, good, good. So I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Yeah. It's like anytime I felt like I wanted to use my lips to direct the air, I was like, just leave it and support instead and just let it come out. And I liked that tone. That tone was good. That was good. Okay. I'm now going to do the high notes because I want to do the same thing, but it requires much higher air pressure. So we'll see how this goes. Okay. Okay. That works. That works. Okay. Okay. So we are letting go of the embouchure. So the embouchure meaning the outside part. So the outside part, the outside muscles, like Nicholas said, as neutral as possible. All of the like effort is coming from the lower core. I am, however, paying attention to where it's resonating in the mouth, but I'm not pushing it from that point. It's just there. That's all. You know, it just pops there. So, okay. Okay. We're going to try this on circular breathing. Okay, it helps. It helps. For sure it helps. But what I'm noticing is right now I'm doing the, I'm struggling because I am doing the breathing, like the muscle contractions, I'm doing them backwards. So I want to push in to inhale and then push out to exhale, but I need to do the opposite. So I need to inhale and push out to suck the air in and then push back in. I did not notice I was doing that before. So I think this is key to making circular breathing work. But we're going to leave it. We'll leave it just because that's not the main focus of our practice sessions. You know, we're just doing a little bit here and there. Okay. Let's do, let's update that. And then we are doing 45. Okay. What is 45? "45 is a very long exercise. Okay, 45 is A flat major. Okay, A flat major full range. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Already letting go of my support. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm still pushing up here for the high notes. Woo. I think oh, thanks, Alden. Not overblowing is how you get that not airy sound. Okay. I'm going to try it again because I got that really nice, clear, untense sound in the Della Sonorite. I would like to get it here. I think I'm still pushing too much from my mouth. So, again. Okay, so I think, yeah, I'm definitely letting go of my support as I descend. Ooh. All of this ab work is like making me sweat. Like the rest of my body is like really relaxed, but like, woo. Yeah. Breath attack on the B flat. Okay. Okay, so I am noticing that I can start with a neutral mouth, but then it kind of like hardens. So I need to get used to starting totally neutral and stay like keep letting it go, I think. Okay. Okay. I'm sweating. Okay. It's weird to sweat and be relaxed at the same time. But so what I figured out partway through that was I think it's another side of the same coin as what Nicholas is saying here, that you're thinking that my embouchure is not staying tall enough. It's the other side of the same coin. So essentially, what I realized that I've been doing is pinching it lower to sort of grip the lips to withstand overblowing. I don't have to do that anymore. So what happens is that because there's not as much pressure actually coming, like as much, I guess, volume of air coming behind the lips, it's collapsing because I'm gripping with the same strength as if I had to overblow. So it's going like that, right? So what I realized was that because I'm no longer overblowing, and I like how open my middle register notes feel, and I'm used to my embouchure not feeling like it's pinching in the middle register. So I was like, what if I just did middle register embouchure, but just up on top, which is like really nice and relaxed and stays relaxed. So, and that seemed to do the trick, because that, I think, made me not pinch downwards, while like it's essentially like it's almost like I anticipate overblowing, and so I pinch my lips down for the high notes. Shane, hello and welcome back. Yeah. Which is what Mizi is also saying. Like, think about your embouchure lower and then keep it up there. Yeah, it was like, I think as I was going up and down, that exact thought occurred to me. I was like, wait a second. I should do the same exact embouchure like on the outside as my middle register. Hello, welcome back, Michael. Okay. We've got some good revelations happening. So what I really like is that we have a little bit of a hive mind thing going on right now. All of us are talking about the same thing, but from different perspectives, which is ideal for teaching, actually. So if you guys are teaching and you guys are in the chat and looking at how everyone is talking about like a slightly different perspective on the same thing, this is fantastic for teaching, because you can essentially explain the same exact concept, but from a couple of different perspectives, and see what clicks with your student. And I like seeing the different perspectives here, because this also gives me a peek into like, why have some people explained certain concepts to me in a certain way, right? Like now I get it, but also from a different perspective. Yeah. Yes, I noticed that too. Keeping the oral cavity open, almost like a half yawn. What that does is it raises the roof of your mouth, which is primarily where high notes want to resonate. So you have to essentially give the space for the high notes to naturally resonate there. Yeah, this is pretty wild. So I'm going to recap for myself right now. What I've learned is I need to keep my support going even when I'm not actively blowing. When I am inhaling, it should feel like there's a weight on my pelvis, and that I am pushing the weight out to inhale the air, to like suck in the air. And yeah, so it's just a constant like out in resistance training essentially for your lower core muscles. So there's that. And then because that makes me not have to overblow, in the low register, I can be completely loose on the outside. It's still resonating in the front of the mouth, but that's resonating there naturally. But the lips are completely loose. And the high notes, because now I'm also not overblowing those, I don't have to hold a lip position anymore. So my high register embouchure should feel exactly the same as my middle register embouchure, which is perfectly relaxed. And I do like my embouchure in the middle register right now. Yeah, one continuous motion. Exactly. Like I noticed that like now I can go from like the topmost notes to the bottommost notes, and they're all nice and open and rich. But yeah, it definitely feels like walking on a tightrope right now. So I'm glad I'm doing a bunch of these types of exercises like 5 days a week, because I think that this is helping me solidify these concepts. So we are going to now try this on the Ibert. This is going to be so useful on the Ibert. Holy cow. Okay, so we're done 45. We're going to do 178 next time. Okay, so 178. There we go. Okay, okay, we're good. Oh, Hub sent me a cute message. Okay, let's do the Ibert now. And let's try to apply these concepts. I'm going to let myself go slower, which of course may translate into actually going faster, but I am going to feel like I'm going slower. We're going to start from after Q63. So distracted. I am distracted because I can feel where I am naturally just like letting go of my support. Okay. I'm gonna take it like little bits, bit by bit. Okay. Slow. To me, slow, keep the support going, middle register, loose embouchure. That is a lot to keep in my head at the same time. Oh, I am also thinking like, just keep it easy. Keep it easy. Just support. I don't think I gripped on those last two ones. And they sound a lot better as a result. But my God, it is definitely like a trust exercise. Okay. Loose here. That half yawn really helps so those high notes have the space to pop. So they have to have the space to pop on the inside while your lips on the outside are completely loose. My lips feel very strangely loose, even after all of that. It should not, it usually doesn't. So I'm like very not used to how it feels. I keep wanting to like put my training wheels back on, you know, and not just like go. Lean into the triplets. Hey, Jody. You have community band concert coming up Thursday night. Yay! What are you playing? Okay, yeah, I need to work on the articulation. I think right now my brain only has the space to think about like keeping everything really like open and loose and supported. Okay, I can feel my brain very slightly exploding at this, so I think I'm gonna leave it. Ah, okay. We'll do the next bit. Deanna, hello, welcome back. How are you? Oh my God. I feel so relaxed. I understand now how you can make it through this concerto. You can actually be insanely relaxed throughout the entire thing and feel like you just like, you know, like nothing like I don't even have any of like the shoulder, neck, nothing, like no tense, nothing. Like it's like completely loose. It's weird. I have to get used to this. Woo. So we're gonna try it in the next bit. Blue Moon, hello and welcome back. How are you? Have I ever auditioned for a Pit musical production? Ramen is asking. No. And I'm just gonna be completely real. I love going to see musicals. I personally just don't have a vested interest in being in the Pit orchestra. I admire the music of like musicals and stuff like that. You know, I even work on it with some students, and some of my students like are in Pit orchestras and stuff, and it's fun. But I think personally, I just don't have a vested interest in it. So no, I have not auditioned. But I think it's good stuff, and I think it's great. Just because I don't have a vested interest in something does not mean anything. Okay. In fact, I want to know what you guys are interested in. So Ramen, are you interested in auditioning for a Pit orchestra? Is that why you're asking the question? Because there are a few of us here in this community that are experienced with that type of thing. So I want to know, is that your dream? That's how Clara Andrade de la Calle, is that even how you say it? De la Calle, performed the Ibert and the Nielsen back-to-back same concert. Yeah, I get it now. I understand. Like if you play like this all the time, you can just keep going forever. Like you're like, I'm not tired at all. No tension, nothing. Like it's incredible. Okay, well, let's try this next section. Squeezed on the F sharp, but most of it was pretty good. that I still can't get over how weird it feels to use middle register loose embouchure and then get like this like crazy like clear high note. Carl, you're asking what I like most about my head joint. Probably the Mopani wood lip plate. It gives it a little bit of like an extra woody edge to the sound that I adore. I love it. Yeah. So Ramen, your Uni's Theater Club is doing Addams Family musical and you auditioned the pit as flute and piccolo, but didn't pass the audition, unfortunately. No worries. That is a rite of passage of every single musician. Every single musician has, you know, not gotten through with an audition. That is part and parcel for our career. And all this means is that try again next time. That's all it means. All right. That like the choosing process, the auditioning process is actually mostly out of your control entirely. All you can do is prepare to the best of your abilities, do your research, you know, on the piece, you know, prepare, but then other than that, it's out of your hands. If you don't get picked, doesn't matter. Try again. Pick yourself back up. You got this. All right? Even better that you're not a music major. You don't have the pressure. Even better. All right? Have fun. Do it again. Doesn't matter. Oh, you want the 14K riser? The reason why I like the 14K riser on here, I would say that that's my second thing, like second favorite thing about this head joint, is that it allows me to dig into more the metal sound if I want to. And then if I want to sound more woody, I can dig into more the woody sound. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's a great set, Jody. That's awesome. That's a great set of pieces. You have to enjoy pit chaos. Yes. I've played in the pit for like my university's orchestra before, and yes, it is chaos, but it is a very fun chaos. See, like, okay, just because I'm not interested in it doesn't mean that it's not fun. Okay. It's just that, like, in my day to day, it's not something that I dream about. That's all, you know? Yeah. Vlad, your teacher is pushing you towards orchestra auditions. You're scared. Think of it this way. It's an experience. If anything, what your teacher wants is for you to gain the experience that you can get from an audition that cannot be provided within the context of lessons. There are some performance tips, tricks, things that you learn about performance that only come from being in a higher pressure situation. Like there are some things that you can only learn on the spot, on the job. And so pushing you into doing orchestra auditions can bring you those experiences that you cannot replicate it in a lesson. Now, do I force my students to audition for orchestra and stuff? No, because my clientele, my students, that is not what they're looking for. I cater towards a clientele base that is looking for self-improvement, for just their own personal enjoyment of the flute. I would say that that is my specialty. So we have a lot of talking, discussion type of lessons where we talk about the history of the flute, we talk about the history of certain things, the context of certain pieces. We talk about, like, you know, technically what is going on with their flute, what is going on with them. We like figure things out like that take a long time to do. And a lot of them are just not interested in high pressure situations. Like, what do you do in high pressure situations? A few of them are, but not a lot of them are interested. And so why bother, right? But maybe what your teacher is trying to get you to do is experience those high pressure situations and learn the things in those high pressure situations that you cannot actually learn in lesson. So there you go. Yeah. Okay, I have 30 seconds left. I think I'm going to leave the Ibert. We will start from the cadenza. So we'll start from 70 next time. And then let's close off with a little bit of Rapid as Wildfires, which can, or we're just working on the same stuff, guys. This is the same exact stuff. So lots of high notes here that are tongued as well. So I'm especially curious how those are going to come out. So I'm going to kind of skip around a little bit. Hope you guys don't mind. See, I still have to remind myself how it actually feels. Some condensation just fell out of my flute and onto my foot. Play the Holy Bear in 30 seconds. Okay. hard to maintain your concentration. Look. Okay. Okay. Ran out of air that time. Ran out of air because I was overblowing. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to try before I go. Oh, thank you, Mizi. Okay. I think I want to try one of my favorite Sumeru themes from Genshin Impact, because that one has a lot of high notes, and I know that I stay very relaxed on those. So I just kind of want to see what I'm doing on those. Benching. doing all of this support stuff, like, without thinking about it on that one. But now it's nice to know what I'm actually doing. That's the sound I like. Okay. I do need to head off now, though, and grab some lunch. I can see that a bunch of you guys also need to go as well. Technically speaking, I'm at 0 seconds from a long time ago, so I should also go. I will, however, clean up in front of you guys. That was a great session. I definitely need to keep working on the whole never let go of support thing. Yep, still need to work on that. Still need to turn that into like just my normal way of playing. That is going to take a while, but we'll get it. We'll get through it. It's what a ride. It's so interesting to come across all of like the secrets of how people just play incredibly hard things without getting winded, you know? Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to continue playing this way. I'm very excited for this to become my new way of playing. It's very empowering, I have to say, extremely empowering. This is not like the level of playing that I ever thought I would achieve, and I feel like it is within sight. I can actually see myself just rocking it out to the Ibert, pain-free, tense-free. And it is kind of wild to think that I am actually getting there. Prof secrets, I know. It's so unbelievably easy, which is crazy. I know, exactly. And like the weird thing too is that I have actually been doing it on my like Genshin little tunes. And I never understood why I couldn't bring it over to the Ibert, And as it turns out, at the bottom of it, it's just I'm working too hard because I'm trying to like prove myself to myself, I guess. Like, and when you work too hard, you overblow. When you overblow, you don't support. And then your lips pinch, and then it just goes down the drain, Like, and of course I sounded fantastic doing like Genshin tunes and video game tunes and stuff because I'm relaxed. And when I'm relaxed, I think I naturally support more. Isn't that crazy? How long have I been learning the Ibert? Years. I want to say like probably in terms of like, in terms of hardcore learning it, I want to say 4 years. However, 1 year, a total of 1 year, 6 months, twice. Within those 4 years, I kind of took a break from like serious practicing. The first set of 6 months was due to my husband's topical steroid withdrawal. And then the second set of 6 months just happened. It was second half of 2023, because our grandmothers passed away. and I didn't really have time to mourn and to process. And I'm back. So like technically speaking, it's probably closer to 3 years, but time-wise, it's been 4. So yeah, which by the way, I do want to put that out there, that like, if ever you come to a chapter of your life where you can't practice, it's okay. Like if you don't have the brain space, the energy, the like you're just too preoccupied with how heavy life is, it's okay. Like it's okay to not practice. And I feel that I am a great example of that, because I've gotten this far on the Ibert, and with my personal playing, I've continued to develop my personal playing so much, even though I took 2 6-month breaks twice within the last 4 years. Because life is just, it's just, when you're a full-time caregiver to the love of your life, it does a number on you. When both of your grandmothers pass away within 3 days of each other, that does a number on you. And I think that if you're going through really hard life things, just know that it's okay to let the flute wait for you. Personally, I find that if you're going through something that hard, like the reason why I gave myself 6 months is because I just wanted to reevaluate how I felt after the 6 months. But I wanted to give myself a long time to fully actually process what I went through. And both times that I've done it, by the time I got to the 6-month mark and I'm reevaluating, I am ready to come back. So, you know, for you, that time frame might be different. Obviously, each person is different from everyone else. But I think that it is worth, it is worth your mental health, and it is worth you. You are worth it to let the flute wait for you, you know? Yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there in case anyone has made it this far and is wishing they could practice and is using my practice streams to feel like they are practicing. I know some of you do that, and I am very honored that you guys feel safe enough and secure enough to do that type of thing. And I just want you to know that it's okay. Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever hardship you're going through, if you need to take a break from the flute, take a break from your instrument, and you want to come back and you will come back, don't feel guilty about it. Just do it, you know? I think I am proof that nothing happens to you. Like nothing happens to your flute playing. It's okay. You can come back. You can ramp up again. It's fine. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. You guys are so sweet. I love you all so very, very much. Thank you for practicing with me today, helping me out, giving me good perspectives, finding my blind spots. I would not be half the flutist that I am today without you guys. So thank you so much. I love you, and take care of yourselves. All right. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, because there is no music without the musician. All right. I love y'all. See you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. Okay. Laters, guys. Bye.